Hi friends, this is Elaine, your Art in the Garden. Welcome. This is our cold frame. Yet to get the plexiglass on the top. It is sitting back here. It's this whole sheet, but we need to get it cut and then to add it to the top. So this would lift like that. I got some paint. I'm gonna have to paint it again because the paint on the top is the one I did on the shed, and then the cold frame I had another can that just had a small amount, so it's two different colors, but for now you could see the difference on those. But this is the cold frame. I had tucked a few plants in there just to keep them out of the way of the deer and the rabbit. So they're growing on nicely. This is the Camilla that I got a cutting from my friend Elaine across the street. And that is growing in nicely. We have gotten new leaves on one, and this one, I'll just make sure nothing is up there to rot that leaf. That is another one, so that's 3 on this side, and there's 2 on this side, and this one is giving me a nice new leaf, and there's one down there. I just stick this bottle over top of it because that's what I did when I did the overwintering last year. And these are cuttings from the boxwoods around the Pentagon parterre. This is the Japanese maple my friend Mary gave to me. It was a tiny little specimen down here, and now it's all the way up there. I think I'm going to plant it outside that fence. I'll show you where I have a little plan to make another bedding. So I guess my husband will be mumbling a little bit more. And this is the chrysanthemum that no. This is the chrysanthemum that the deer had chewed the top off. I've still got a few blooms. It's a beautiful fall color too. Not sure exactly where I'm gonna put it, but it's in here hiding out. These are some more cuttings from the box, and I just let them hang out in here. So today I'll be taking these out. I have some gravel. I'm gonna spread it on the base of it, and that's where the pots would sit. So that's the plan for these gravel. Get them in there, spread them out, and even that base. So this is what it looks like now. using some of this pea gravel. I like the color on it. So I'm just going to use it to spread on the base of this cold frame and smooth it out so the pots can sit on that surface. Okay, so that is looking much better. I've covered the bottom. So the pots will just sit on the gravel so they're not waterlogged or anything. I may or may not get in there and paint the inner area of the wood, but this is good so far. And my husband, he said he needed to get a smoother or fine like saw, something for the saw to cut the plexiglass to add to the top of this, but literally that's all that's needed right now. So I will put the plants back in there, because it's funny, but it actually is a little bit warmer in there even though it's outside. So I'm happy for that, because I really don't want to be putting a bunch of plants in the house and doing all that. So it's a new thing for me. I will see how it goes, because one of the things in the garden is buying plants at full price, and plants can be pretty pricey. I got 2 echinacea today. Oops. I got this one. I think it was about $4, marked down at Lowe's. And then this is going to be the pink. And then I do have that yellow orangey color one to add to the garden. So 2 plants on sale that I can add to the garden, and these are 2 echinacea. Not sure where they're gonna go yet, but definitely I will find a place for them, and I will go ahead and put these back on the inside of the cold frame. So that is what it looks like. I used about 3 bags, or say 2 3/4 of a bag of the pea gravel to do the base of this, and that way the plants will have, you know, gravel to sit on and not be in. I did have an old mat. It's like an old rubber mat, and on this end of the cold frame there used to be a milkweed, a butterfly bush, and honestly it will still try to poke through this pea gravel, and that is why I cut it and put it on the bottom, because there's different weeds that will really poke through. Hopefully those pieces of carpet will suppress it somewhat, and I won't have that much, and also a way of reusing that old carpet instead of just throwing it out. So I've repurposed that, so that is a good take on that carpet. So I'll go ahead and put the plants back in here, and then whenever my husband can put this top on here, you know, that's a go, and I'll show you that. Thanks for being with me today. Sprucing up our new cold frame. Now go ahead and get the plants back in. They're looking great already, and that is our cold frame. Thanks for being with me today. Do have a wonderful day, and enjoy something pretty, something nice. If you have a flower pot, a little raised bed, a good container that you have put plants in, do enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for being with me today. I'm Elaine, your RN in the garden. See you next time in the garden.